Good evening everyone. Welcome to Gradeup's MBA Prep channel. So welcome to this series of general awareness for the upcoming MBA examinations. Okay, so tomorrow you have TISSNET. I'm sure all of you are well set for the examination. Right, so let's have one more session before the examination. Right, so like every other day that we have been doing this session for the past few days, and I'm sure this must have definitely helped in your preparation, boosted your preparation to some extent. Okay, and tomorrow after the examination we shall have the exam analysis as well. Right, at 5 p.m. we shall have the exam analysis and a memory based question discussion at 8 p.m. so don't forget to subscribe to our channel and visit the channel at these particular timings so that you get to know about the examination, the difficulty level, the questions asked. Right, so the ones who are not appearing, who may be targeting the next year these examinations, right, they should also watch such sessions because that helps you understand the type of paper that was there, and the ones who appeared would get an understanding that how did they fare in the examination. Okay, so tomorrow 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. we shall have these sessions, so do join us for those sessions. Okay, so good evening everyone. Once again, welcome to Gradeup's MBA Prep channel. Alright, so let's start today's questionnaire. Are you ready for the questionnaire? Yes, so CMAT, the date is most probably 8th May, right, as per the information given in the NTA website. So you have enough time to prepare for the examination, right? So don't take headache for the same, right? So prepare, the ones who are appearing for TISSNET, be mentally prepared for tomorrow's examination and all the best for the same. Alright, so let's begin today's questionnaire. Let's start with the first question, and the ones who are watching on the app, you need to answer using the polls. Okay. Alright, so the first question is, which blend is the ore of which metal? Which blend is the ore of which metal? Gold, uranium, iron, or aluminum? Which blend? Gold, uranium, iron, or aluminum? Something from science? But I think you must have heard of this, right? You should know about the ores of different metals, etc. also, right? So this is a common thing. And alright, so not many responded. Yes, the right answer is uranium. Yes, it's uranium oxide, right? It's a, so ore is basically a form in which a metal is mixed with some other elements, right? So uranium oxide, it is called pitch blend. Alright, so yes, some of you did get the answer right. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question. What is PM Vani scheme related to, or WANI, right? What is this scheme related to? So your options are internet access in public spaces, technological updates for rural farmers, regional musicians, or women entrepreneurs. PM Vani. Okay, so it's an acronym. It has a certain full form, right? Yes, Kriplani, as per the NTA site, right? So I checked that site. It says that 8th of May, right? So CMAT will be held on 8th of May. Okay. PM Vani. So this was something in news. So if someone knows the full form, you can tell that as well. Right. So it was something in recently in news. So this is a newly proposed scheme under which what will happen? Alright, so most of you know the answer. Yes, it is for Wi-Fi, correct? Yes, a good number of you know the answer, right? So PM1E, I mean, it's pronounced like Vani, but it stands for Prime Minister Wi-Fi Access Network Interface. Okay, so it is a scheme that will bring, it is aimed to create Wi-Fi hotspots at different places, and those would be called public data offices. Okay, so maybe at some shop or some restaurant or some, I mean, some marketplace, right? They would create some hotspot. So that is registering for. I mean, the shop owners or all those people would register for the same, and there would be some partners like your ISPs, right, like Geo, Airtel, etc. They'll partner with them, and then users will have to pay some nominal charge to access internet, right? So that is public data offices. Like you have public call, you used to have PCOs, right? Public call offices. So similarly, on that same concept, they are developing public data offices. All right. Okay, so let's move on to the next question, right? What is the Olympic record for 100-meter sprint? Olympic record for the 100-meter sprint. And of course, I mean, not to mention the name, you must be knowing that it is Usain Bolt, right? No points for guessing the person. What is the record? 9.58 seconds, 9.63 seconds, 9.65 seconds, or 9.69 seconds? Okay, so Kaushal is saying that on 26 February notification out. Okay. Oh, that's Usain Bolt is fine, but what is the record? What is the time? Okay, so I'm saying 9.58, 9.63. Which one is correct? All right, yes, a good percentage of you got this one correct. Yes, 9.58 is the fastest ever timed record, but 9.63 is his record in 2012 London Olympics, right? And like 9.2, 9.58 he made in 2009 World Championship, World Athletics in I think in Berlin, right? And he won 3 times. He's a 3 times gold winner. In 2008 he's secured a 9.69, that was the world record then, right? And in 2012 he made 9.63. In 2016 he was, I mean, 9.81, but still far ahead of others, right? So 9.63 is the right answer, right? 9.58 is the fastest run time, but that was not in the Olympics. So the question asks about the Olympic record. Okay, all right, so let's move on to the next question. Which state declared 2020 as the year of artificial intelligence and has signed MOUs with tech firms for AI research? Focus more on last 3 months. Yes, last 3 to 4 months, right? Generally you have current affairs asked from that span, right? And maybe 4 months at most, right? And apart from that, in these examinations you generally have current affairs, static GK in dominance. So which state declared 2020 as a year of artificial intelligence? Okay, some people saying Karnataka or Kerala. Alright, so the answer is not these. I mean, it's Telangana. Okay, so in January they declared this. So they signed they've signed MOUs with several firms. So they will be investing on Center for Research in Applied Artificial Intelligence and Research and Development Park for Artificial Intelligence. So they will be investing heavily on artificial intelligence in the state. Okay, so that is Telangana. Okay. All right, so let's, yes, Vaishnavi and Priya, you're right. So you should answer using the polls, okay, not comment here, okay, if you're watching on Gradeup app. All right, so let's proceed to the next question. Hastings International is a tournament associated with which sport or game? Hastings International. Polo, golf, chess, or billiard? Hastings International. Okay, so sometimes they ask about these trophies and who is the winner, etc. All right, so not many of you know the answer, right? So this was a question probably someone might have googled and got it, right? So it is a chess tournament, Hastings International Chess Congress it is called, right? And it's a very old tournament, like it started in somewhere 1920s or something, right? So and it is held during this period only, January February types, yes. Mangesh Chandran was the winner last year, right? So yes, last year, I mean this thing was popular. I mean, this people came to know about this thing much more last year because of Mangesh Chandran, right? He was the winner of 2020, right? And there have been other Indians also who have won this, okay, in the past, okay. So it's a chess tournament. All right, so let's move to the next question. Lakshadweep jurisdiction falls under which high court? Lakshadweep jurisdiction falls under which high court? Goa, Karnataka, Bombay, or Kerala? So Lakshadweep is a small union territory, right? So it does not have a high court of its own, right? So under which jurisdiction does it fall? Okay, don't know. All right, so it's Kerala High Court. Okay, it falls under the Kerala High Court. Yes. Yes, chill music, your guess is correct. It is Kerala High Court. All right, so let's move to the next question. Who is the author of the book Nine Lives of Pakistan? Veena Shah, Declan Walsh, Neil Gaiman, or Mohsen Hamid? Nine Lives of Pakistan. So it was a recent book, right, published in 2020 itself. Nine Lives of Pakistan. Okay, Kaushal Singh is saying D with a tukka. Okay. All right. Okay, so just 32% of you got this one correct. Okay, so probably, I mean, a tough question maybe. Right, so it is by Declan Walsh. He's an Irish author, right, and he is associated with New York Times, some correspondent from Africa. Okay, so he is the author of this book, right? So this was published recently in November 2020. Okay, all right, so let's move to the next question and see what it is on. Which film was the only Indian entry at Tokyo Film Festival held in November 2020? Something from current affairs? I don't know if you know it. कारखानी सांची वारी, नटखट, होलिका दहन और विलेज रॉक स्टार्स? Only Indian entry at the Tokyo Film Festival 2020. Okay, people are saying D, Village Rock Stars. Okay, so it looks like a cool name. Okay, so I'm saying A as well. Alright, so the right answer is option A, Karkhanchi, what is this? Karkhani Sanchi Wari. It's a Marathi film, okay, and that went for this Tokyo Film Festival, okay. So something from current affairs. Sometimes they do ask about such questions, right? Last joint family of Pune. Okay, so I do not know about that. What is there in the movie? Right. So yes, it must be something about some family of Pune. Okay, so I mean, you should know about these some Indian movies going at some stage and all those things also, right? Yes. Village Rock Stars is, I think it was a movie of 2017 or 18, right? That went to the Oscars. Yes, right. That was nominated for Oscars in 2017 or 18. I do not remember the year, right? Definitely before that, Gully Boy, the previous year, or I mean 2 years back, something like that. Okay. All right. So let's move to the next question and see. Noor is the first military satellite of which country? Noor is the first military satellite of which country? Afghanistan, UAE, Iran or Pakistan? Noor, military satellite of which country? Let's see how many of you get this one correct. Okay, the right answer is Iran. Okay, so it's a satellite of Iran. Okay, one of those random questions that pop up in the examination, isn't it? Yes, it's Iran. Okay, so let's move to the next question. The Ross Sea is situated in which of the following regions? Ross Sea. Antarctica, Europe, Africa or Australia? Ross Sea. Okay, so I'm saying Aussie is Antarctica. The right answer is Antarctica. Right, so it is. This is in Antarctica, and this is probably. I mean, it is the southernmost sea. You can say it's in Antarctica. Okay, Ross Sea is in Antarctica, not in Australia. Okay. Alright, so if you are enjoying this session, right, so don't forget to like the session and subscribe to our channel for all updates on MBA examinations. As I said, tomorrow we shall be having exam analysis of TISSNET, so do join us at 5 p.m. and for analysis and 8 p.m. for question discussion. Okay, so and if you have any I mean, if in case you remember questions from the paper, right, so do share with us on our Telegram group. right? So that we so that we can collect more questions and produce them in front of all of you, right? Okay, so let's move to the next question. The Brown to Green report is the most comprehensive review of climate actions of which of the following groups of nations? ASEAN, BRICS, G20 or SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization? Brown to Green report. Okay, so this series, maybe we'll do some weekly stuff, right? Or let's see how we do it, right? So CMAT, yes, we'll have some support for you for CMAT. Maybe we'll have some weekly sessions, or maybe we can have a Menti quiz on YouTube. Okay, so what is this Brown to Green report? All right, a good number of you know this answer, or you're copying. Copying every, as someone is commenting that people are copying the answers, right? People are copying even the guessworks. All right, yes, the right answer is G20, right? It's a report by of G20 countries, and it has several parameters on which the environment related things are measured. Okay. All right. So yeah, so it has it covers data of emissions, and it has 80 indicators of decarbonization, climate policies, etc., etc. Okay. All right. So let's move to the next question. A Mach number is the ratio of an object's speed to the speed of what? Mach number. Okay. So light, sound, X-rays, or UV radiations. Okay, this must be an easy question. I don't know. I believe that it is easy, but yes, it's all subjective, right? Sometimes you think that this is something easy, you know this, but others may not be knowing the same, or others might be knowing it and you feel that this is difficult, right? So we do not know. But let's see if you know the answer. Mach number. All right. Yes, people know this. Yes, it's sound. Yes, it's about. It depends on the speed of sound. Okay, so like you call it Mach 1, Mach 2. Right. So that, like if you say Mach 3, that means 3 times of speed of sound. Okay, so your aircraft speeds are measured in Mach. Right. You have heard of the supersonic planes and all. Right, that's their speeds are measured in Mach. So 1 Mach is equal to, right, 1234.8 kilometer per hour, or technically it's 343 meter per second. Okay, speed of sound is this. So 1 Mach is calculated as this much. All right, so let's move to the next question. Where is the headquarters of NATO located? North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Where are the headquarters located? Washington DC, Rome, Vienna, or Brussels? Headquarters of NATO. Okay, so you know the answer. Good. Nice to see people responding and responding correct. Yes, the right answer is Brussels in Belgium. Okay, yes, and a good percentage of you got this one correct. Alright, so let's proceed to the next question. Who was recently appointed as the ambassador for the British Academy of Film and Television Arts BAFTA Breakthrough Initiative? So this Academy BAFTA right. So it has a breakthrough initiative which is supported by Netflix, right. So it is for like budding, for budding people, right, and who was appointed as a ambassador for India. So something from current affairs, right, and I'm sure you must be knowing this. All right, majority of you say A. Yeah, Rahman. Okay, yes, the right answer is A.R. Rahman. Okay, so he was recently, I think this is news of December, right? Okay, next question. Which of the following peaks of Himalayas is known as K1? You must have heard of K2. Let's see how many of you know about K1. Kanchenjunga, Nanda Devi, Masher Brahm, or Godwin Austen? Okay, so Samir is joking that Akshay Kumar is government employee. Yes, he is for all those government related schemes, right? Even Amitabh Bachchan also, right? So ambassadors of all those, I mean, he was for that pulse polio mission also. Now COVID-19 also, his voice was used, right? All right, so let's see the answer to this question. Interesting question. Okay, some saying Godwin Austen, but very few got the answer. I mean, and on YouTube, I could not see any one of you getting this right. Okay, so this is a tricky question. Maybe I would say the question of this day. So it is Meshabram, right? So it is located in Pakistan, and its height is this much, 22nd highest peak, 9th highest in the Pakistan, right? That is maybe not be a great statistics, but K1 the name. So you have this mountain range, Karakoram mountain range, and its peaks are named like K1, K2, K3, and so on based on in the order in which they were discovered, right? So this was the first peak to be discovered in this Karakoram mountain range, hence it is named as K1, right? So Mount Godwin Austen is named as K2, right? K2 you must have heard of, right? Second highest peak in the world, right? So there are, I think, several peaks in this Karakoram mountain range which are quite high. So this was the first peak to be discovered, hence this name. Okay, so some interesting fact you came to know across today, right? Yes, Godwin Austen is K2. Okay, let's move to the next question. CK Nayudu Award for Lifetime Achievement is given to the players of which sport? Should be an easy one, provided if you know who CK Nayudu is, right? Who CK Nayudu was. Football, hockey, badminton, or cricket? CK Nayudu Award for Lifetime Achievement. Yes, Karakoram Highway connects China and Pakistan, right? CK Nayudu Award. Okay, so all of you giving the right answer. Maybe you know who CK Nayudu was. Right, so he was the first captain of Test cricket, right? So yes, it is for cricket. So BCCI awards, BCCI presents certain awards annually, right? So I'll show you the list of awards as well. Okay, so this is the list of awards. Polly Umrikar Award for International Cricketer of the Year, CK Nayudu Award for Lifetime Achievements, right? So CK Nayudu Award is basically to some retired players, right? And then you have Madhav Sindhi Award for most runs, then Best Cricket Association of the, and then MA Chidambaram trophy for under 15, under 17, under 19. So CK Nayudu was the first test captain, or first captain itself, you can say, right? Of course, for test cricket, because that time test cricket existed. So who was the first one day captain? First ODI captain was Ajit Wadekar. And okay, let me ask you an interesting question. Maybe you do not know these. Who was the first T20 international captain of India? Any guesses? Let's see how many of you know the answer to this. Right? Who was the first T20 international captain of India? First T20 international captain of India. No, it is not Dhoni. Alright, so okay, yes, Sehwag is the right answer. If provided you have not googled it, that should be I mean, that should be a challenge thing, right? People would guess either Dhoni, right? Mostly people would guess Dhoni, right? It was Sehwag, right? So India played its first T20 against South Africa, right? Against in 2006, wherein Sehwag was the captain, and that was the only match in which Sachin Tendulkar also played, right? Okay, so that is Virender Sehwag. Okay, so this is the question was simple. Okay. Yes, Ajit Wadekar was the first ODI captain. Alright, so let's move to the next question. Which two cities were recently included in the list of UNESCO's World Heritage Cities under its the World Heritage Cities program? So UNESCO has this program called World Heritage Cities program, and it includes certain cities, and which were the two cities that were recently included. So now India has 40 sites. Earlier it was 38. Now with inclusion of these two, it has become 40 places in India are under the World Heritage Cities in this World Heritage Sites in UNESCO, right? Okay. Yes, Hitansh, it might be easy for you because you must have been keeping up with the current affairs, right? Alright, the right answer is Gwalior and Orchha, right? Two places in Madhya Pradesh, right? So they were included in this thing, your World Heritage Sites. Okay. Alright, so let's look at the next question. The term LTE is used in mobile communication. Here T stands for, hear that, VOLTE, right? What is LTE? LTE. What is T? T in this, right? Term total transformation or telecommunication. So it's a kind of standard for wireless communication, right? What does T mean in this? Okay, surprisingly, people do not, I mean, you're answering wrong, right? Telecommunication is definitely not the answer, right? Telecommunication is not the answer. Oh, majority of you answered D and then followed by C. All right, I thought that, I mean, see, it's subjective, right? I thought that this must be a very easy question, but supposedly turned out to be a difficult one. So it is long-term evolution. Okay, it's a kind of wireless technology, right? For this internet and all. You hear this volt, right? You have this geo volt, right? You hear this voice over long term evolution, that is volt. I mean, you hear this, right? VOLT. In your phones also you see those signals, right? So it is long term. Yes, LT, volt. Volt is voice over long term evolution. All right, so interesting. I thought that maybe this was an easy question, but turned out to be a tricky one. Okay, which of the following brings out the consumer price index number for industrial workers? The Reserve Bank of India, the Department of Economic Affairs, the Labour Bureau, or the Department of Personnel and Training? Okay, so you see it every day but wasn't aware of the full form. Okay, now you know that. Yeah, sometimes it happens, right? We ignore some common things, right? We do not know about those things. Okay. Okay, so let's see how many of you know the answer to this question. Who decides the consumer price index number for industrial workers? So if you get, suppose, I mean, just assuming that if you get in the examination someday, you will feel happy, right? That you got to know through this quiz. Okay, yes, the right answer is the Labour Bureau. Okay, as many of you got this one correct. Okay, so let's look at the next question. Who was bestowed with the Lifetime Achievement Award by the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce in October 2020? Current affairs, let's see how many of you know the answer. Azim Premji, Ratan Tata, Shiv Nadar, or Anand Mahindra? So today I'll tell you one interesting thing also. I mean, so the ones who have gone through the, I mean, if you get a chance, go through the PDFs of other questions as well, right? I don't know how many of you noticed this thing. I mean, the ones who have been watching this for all the duration, right? The answer options to all the questions were in the same order in all the questionnaire, right? So we had to do some, we had to upload some backend quiz, right? So in order to ensure that, I mean, instead of creating quiz every day, what I would do is I would keep the correct options in the same order, right? So if someone noticed that that last answer was always B, did anyone notice that? The answer to the first question was always B. Okay, so go and check it, right? If you get time, right? If you go through the PDFs also, so every day you will find the answers in the same order, right? All 20 questions were in the same order. So I was thinking that if someone could catch this thing and get all answers correct this way, right? Okay, so Narendra noticed that. All right, so every day all the questions were in the same order, right? So first question had the answer B, second question had the answer A, third question had the answer B, and so on. I mean, the last was always B, right? Okay, yes, of course I would be changing it now. So I was just right. Okay, so Narendra knew this trick, right? So that's why he has got 200, the perfect score today. Okay, yes, so that's about observing things, right? All right, so Narendra has got the perfect score because he remembers this. Okay, so maybe he went through some PDFs and observed this, right? If you go through 4 or 5 things and then you realize that, okay, every document he is having in the same sequence, right? Okay, so we have Narendra as the top scorer because maybe probably he knows this code. We have Vaishnavi 190, Mandar, Info, and Hitansh at 180, Sanju at 170. Okay, Divyanshi and Raj at 150. Okay. All right. So that is about this questionnaire, right? So we'll have the exam analysis tomorrow at 5 p.m. and at 8 p.m. we shall have memory-based question discussion, right? So if you want to contribute to that list, you can give, I mean, if you recall some of the questions, you can tell us on our Telegram channel, right? In quant, English, anything that you remember. GK anyway will get all the questions, right? We have enough time, to collate those, right? Okay, so that's it for today's session, right? So for CMAT, we'll have some special series, right? So don't worry, for now we're discontinuing this daily sessions, right? So because of engagement in some other exam prep and all, right? So what we'll do is we'll have some weekly sessions kind of thing, right? Maybe Menti quiz on YouTube, all right? Okay, so wish you all the best for tomorrow's examinations. Do well, right? And now you know the answer key also. So if you get the answers to one of the PDFs, right? You get the answer key for all the PDFs, right? So go through the PDFs, and I'm sure this would definitely help you. Something or the other would strike, right? So even if let's say around 8-10 questions strike from this series which you are not aware of, so that would definitely boost your scores. Okay. Alright, so good luck to everyone. Tomorrow I'll see you at 5, and in case someone has a center in Noida sector 62, might get a chance to meet me at there itself, right? So tomorrow at 5 p.m. The exam analysis, and 8 p.m. The question discussion, right? So don't forget to join that, and also do share the session with your friends who are appearing for the examination, right? So they also get to know about the examination. Okay, so thank you, have a great day, good luck for tomorrow.